Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hellcase Cup number 7. My name is Hawker, here to bring you the action. We've got two very exciting best of ones on the table today, starting things off with Pride up against AVANGAR. Pride currently 2 wins, 2 losses in this Group A. They're not really at risk of not making the playoffs, but they would like to get a few more wins on the board just to make sure they can be in as good a position as possible. In the meantime, taking a look at AVANGAR, they have been in really good form to start this group. Already 4 wins, only 1 loss for them. They've been on point so far, and we'll get to see if they can keep that up here as we head underway into Mirage. Taking a quick look at both teams' recent results on Mirage as well. This is one of AVANGAR's best maps, so I think they'll be really happy that this stayed in. They've been getting some really good results on Mirage recently, and I think they'll definitely be the more confident of the two teams, just in terms of that recent form really helping them, but also the fact that, again, Mirage is a really strong map for them. So I think it's fair to say AVANGAR are decent favourites here. But we'll wait and see what Pride can pull off. And they have won the knife round as a nice little bonus. Here we go, starting the day off with the pistol, as is always the case. Buys coming through, and AVANGAR have gone for 5 sets of Kevlar, not investing into any nades. In the meantime, Pride have decided to go for the 1 defuse kit. It's Tom who has picked that one up, as is pretty standard for the Polish team. And we will see AVANGAR spread across the map early on, so not particularly expecting too much aggression at the early stages. However, with a fair few players over towards B, they may be looking to sell a bit of a fake towards A, and that could work quite well because Kicker has already got that first frag. Now Pride might think about rotating heavily towards A as another kill comes through elsewhere. Tom finally finds one in reply, and you can see Luz has rotated off at just the wrong time. He only gets the 1 kill. And that bomb plant might spell the end of this round because AVANGAR are in incredibly good positions to hold this off. Tom does have the 1 defuse kit still in his hands alongside the smoke, but he's going to have to make this quick because the time has already really started to tick down. You can already see James getting that 1 kill, making it even easier. There's just no time left as Tom does get a couple of kills. The smoke towards the bomb, but he's so low on health that James will easily finish him off. And to be honest, I don't think there was time anyway. Nonetheless, a quick pistol round win for AVANGAR. Nice fake out towards A. And it was really just the timing that was poor for Pride there. To be fair to AVANGAR, they timed it quite well on their push. They made sure that Luz wasn't on the site, and as soon as that kill came in towards A, they realized a rotation would be quite likely. Especially on pistol rounds as well, you don't see fakes as often, I think it's fair to say. So that maybe even made it more successful. Now heading into the second round, Pride have elected to only really upgrade a few pistols. You can see a couple of players keeping some extra cash in the bank. I actually think I prefer this from the Pride side, especially if they want to get those double AWPs going early on. Making sure they save that money is going to be quite important. But also, these pistols can still do damage without the Kevlar. So I like the decision to have a couple of players save up some extra cash. And we'll get to see if they can still compete in the round, because AVANGAR are going to go for a full-on B push. One coming in from Luz, but only the 1 shot connects. It's Kicker to get the first kill of the round. As the Galil also taps away, Demasik chiming in there. And pretty much as expected, the mostly Kazakh lineup are going to get the entries in towards B. A little bit of damage done, to be fair. If these were headshots, then maybe it would have been a couple of kills coming in. However, it's not going to happen this time around. So it's Pride taking an early loss, although Reitz does get one exit kill as a nice little boost just to damage that T-side economy a little bit more. And unfortunately for Pride, that means that heading into this round, they're only really going to have the one CZ to work with. I wouldn't expect too much of an investment elsewhere. As we were pointing out earlier, though, this should mean that into the future, Pride will get themselves a really good buy into that first gun round. Here we go, early into the round. Nades out towards B. AVANGAR keeping up the pace, but the bomb is out towards A. That was an ambitious knife attempt there from Luz. In the meantime, Manish sneaking around is going to get a couple of kills in all of the commotion. However, I believe it was only the SMGs that rushed that B site, so it's not going to be a massive loss for AVANGAR. And taking a quick look at the money, as we were saying, they've got a lot of money built up. Manish even got a couple of kills there to get a little bit of extra cash. He might try and get another frag with this MAC-10 as well, because that would be an extra $600 that would be well worthwhile, because it's unlikely he's going to want to use the MAC-10 into the next round. Unfortunately for Manish, though, you can see the terrorists all exiting on the opposite side of the map. So he's not going to be able to find anything. And now we'll get to see this first gun round come into play, where I wouldn't be surprised if Pride go for 2 AWPs. As expected, Manish picks one up, but there goes Exus with that secondary AWP. And especially on Mirage, with those 2 AWPs, you don't necessarily need that good of a secondary AWPer to run this double AWP setup. Especially if you're putting that second AWP over towards B. A lot of teams like to hold this long-range angle where it's not as difficult to land the shots. Quick mid-play, and Manish with his AWP is caught out in the open. He was trying, I think, to make the jump out towards mid to get aggressive early on, but the smokes didn't come in, and that just left him completely exposed. And if you have a poor spawn there, that can be a real issue, and that means one of those AWPs is already gone. So maybe those AWPs won't be having as big of an impact as Demasic also finds another entry out towards mid, his second on the round. He's finally shut down, however, the damage is already done. The A site is looking incredibly vulnerable because that forced a rotation from Pride. So you can see AVANGAR pretty much have free reign all over that A bomb site. Having said that, Tom doubles down from connector. Bomb is going to go down, but, well, it's not even going to go down. The kills come in from CT so quickly. AVANGAR just didn't quite have the utility left there to be able to get that done. So there we go. Pride get their first round on the board. It was going quite well for AVANGAR, but it seemed like they just didn't fully commit to that A push, and they might not have realized they'd drawn such a huge rotation off of A, because the A site was completely clear, and yet they didn't get the bomb down quickly enough. And to be fair, it's quite unexpected to see the A site so open, so I can understand AVANGAR's thought process. Either way, that means we're in for another gun round. Exus is the man with the AWP for the CT side. Manish is generally the primary AWPer, but Exus is the one using it for the time being as he gets the first, and Reitz also pops up for another kill. Ooh, Exus finally misses, but he won't miss again. 2 kills for him with that AWP in towards CT. And that gives Pride the man advantage, with Kickert also being on just 11 HP. Even though AVANGAR are at the disadvantage here, if they take down Luz, the B site would be completely open, and they do find that kill on the trade. Quickert going down isn't a massive issue either, because he was already low on health. So now it's up to Demasik to try and clutch it out. Thinking about his position, trying to spot an opponent early on. He does some damage, spots them both. So now he has the information, and in comes a quick headshot. Exus now needs to land this shot for Pride. The AWP getting up close. Demasik holds it off, does the damage. There is the kill. And AVANGAR managed to win their 4th round, all thanks to Demasik. And more importantly, they have completely broken this Polish economy early on. And on the CT side especially, that can be a massive factor. And you can already see Reitz has decided to fully invest. So it looks as though Pride will go for the full-on force on 3 of their players. And Exus and Manice again will look to save for those AWPs. The pistols are going to stack towards mid. However, it looks as though those AKs at long range are coming out on top, as you would expect. There goes Demasik with yet another frag. He's been on point early on here. Demasik with 13 kills at the very early stages of this map. Just going to be Luz left. He is pushed in towards B apps, but unfortunately for him, he's going the wrong direction. He may be able to catch the player at top mid, but the CZ at long range will struggle. And there we go. Demasik finds his 4K. So AVANGAR take a quick 5-1 lead, and again, Pride just don't have the money to buy, and this can get into a real vicious cycle for them. If they continue to have to go for these double ecos because they want these AWPs out, then they could fall really far behind at the early stages here. Hey Caster, can you see my message? You are trash. I can see your message, and I'm very hurt by that. There goes Demasik again. He is having a good game, and he wants to keep on getting those kills. Might go down from behind, but the flick comes around. And Demasik makes it a fancy 3K as he pushes through mid. I thought for sure he was just dead to rights, but doesn't come through. And that means that Exus will be the only man left. Get a new PC. I think it's my internet. I think it should be good now, but we'll see. I mean, either way, you haven't really missed much because it's just been AVANGAR dominating. So here we go again, round number 8. Again, Pride have the 2 AWPs. And also, again, Demasik is up there at 17 kills. How is Buster second on the scoreboard with 0 frags? Is this right? That's insane. Either way, AVANGAR going to go for some quick aggression out towards B, although it now has been slowed down. Both teams just going to be holding back early on. I think Pride don't really want to take any risks here, especially considering they're so far behind already. They really need to secure this gun round win. And to be honest, they'll want to save both of those AWPs as well. So with a little over a minute left on the clock, AVANGAR are all leaning towards B. And that suggests they will go for this push. Here it comes. Luz going to get the first kill, and the flashes have done a really good job at slowing this down. Manice also lands an easy shot, and in comes the double. Ooh, he misses the third there, but Luz is still in position. Should get this frag. Indeed, he does. And that means that Buster, with the AWP on just 17 HP, will likely have to save what he can. Missing a couple of shots on both sides here. And, oh, Manice just takes his face off. And there we go. The Polish team managed to finally get that gun round to go their way. But they've been here before, and they couldn't win the follow-up round. So now we're going to have to see if they can pull off 2 rounds in a row. Puts the incendiary out towards B and nearly loses his head for it. Jame with the AWP nearly took him down early, but it didn't come through. Demasik is thinking of pushing this smoke. The smoke is fading now when he spots the man, but takes a dink for his troubles. So down to 10 HP early on, he will decide to play things safe. And considering he had the bomb, that's probably a good idea. In the meantime, Quickert goes through that smoke. That is a ridiculous kill to find at the opening stages. The trades are going to come through. It's only back to a 3v3. However, again, AVANGAR have a lot of control towards A, but there goes Tom! 2 quick kills, nearly the third, but Buster shuts him down. And that leaves him 1 on 2, but you can already see Pride trying to get into position. And Manice is going to lock down that angle with the AWP. As Pride get their 3rd round on the board. Again, it seems like AVANGAR just not quite having the utility to fully commit to the push on towards A. Not having those smokes there is really costing them. Especially against the AWPs, it makes it really easy for those snipers to lock down those long-range positions. Nades out towards mid early on, and it's Manice who picks out a man. It's Buster who was caught in the open. Good timing on the peak there to realize he only needed to find 1 kill and then just fall back. Especially because those smokes being up actually kind of benefited him in that position where he could isolate the 1 player. And you can see Pride starting to build their confidence. Nonetheless, AVANGAR will still look to gain mid control, but Manice yet again finds quite an easy kill. And there's no chance for the trades. So Pride now with a 2-man lead, looking in good shape. Manice has had to fall back to CT, and that means there is a gap in the defense. The connector push does come through. And AVANGAR might have just found a way back into the round because Krizan is looking to open up A. Rita's also stuck behind that back ninja box on the site, so if a molly were to come through there, that could be deadly. Either way, with 17 seconds left, AVANGAR need to do this quickly, and they might just be able to do so. Krizan spots another man in the back. The bomb plant is coming through. Reitz cannot deny it, but he can get 2 quick kills. And Quickert now is the only man left. 1 versus 3. He's in towards connector, so he can spot that bomb out. However, he's going to realistically need a quick frag in a one-on-one fight. Still no defuse attempt coming in, and Quicker lines them up. Second kill comes through, but not going to be the clutch this time. Good effort from Quicker, to be fair. He held that angle for really a long time in towards Connector because he realized he needed to get one kill to be able to make that clutch possible. And that means that Pride, again, they're going to start to work their way back into this game now. Again, AVANGAR looked good on the mid presence, and well, Rita's going to get a kill early on. The trades are coming thick and fast. It's Luz who eventually gives Pride the man advantage. However, Demasic is also going to be holding off and finds an easy spray down. You can see Manice was trying to line up the repeak, but the timing wasn't quite there. However, he will eventually chime in with a frag to leave Demasic again to try and clutch for AVANGAR. AVANGAR have been doing a decent job at finding the trades, but it seems like then from the 3v3, oftentimes they're not able to close it out, which is somewhat surprising. Those even trades should in general favor the T side. Either way, if Demasic isolates these two players, there's still every chance for him to win this round. 40 seconds left. Demasic is making his move. This could be the correct call as well. Here we go. Demasic spots one in the back. And now this is back to a one-on-one. Could one of the clutches finally be going the way of AVANGAR? You can see Luz spots him out but doesn't connect. Demasic now just has to try and hold this angle or play for time. He can do either. He's going to go for this peek on the right side, and Demasic gets into kitchen, but the bomb isn't planted for this position. And as Luz goes for the smoke on the bomb, Demasic may be nervous. Spots him out. That's such a good play there. The information is going to benefit him, but Luz wins the fight. I was going to say Demasic could have just played for time there, waiting behind the pillar. However, he didn't realize Luz doesn't have the kit, but oh, there's no time for Luz. I didn't realize without the kit it was so incredibly close. I thought he just had it, but Demasic just about did enough. And his 20th kill of this map so far will be an important one. AVANGAR managed to gain a 7-4 lead, but more importantly, again, they break that CT economy that has been so nervy throughout this game. It's fair to say AVANGAR's money isn't exactly great either. You can even see in this buy they only have 2 AKs. However, the fact that they have kept Pride's money so low so consistently is really what's allowed them to come out to this lead. Ooh, nice effort from Reitz. However, you can already see AVANGAR overwhelming A. And this time they did push through with the smokes. Having said that, Exodus sneaks his way onto the site. He's only going to get the 1 kill, though. I think that pretty much puts an end to this round. You can see the final frags coming through. And I think it's fair to say Pride will be a little disappointed at this scoreline, just because of the fact that this could have been a very different game if they just managed to chain a couple of rounds together. Just one more round at one point probably would have broken the AVANGAR economy. However, it went the other way, and now it's AVANGAR who again are in control towards the end of this half. Looks as though Pride took a gamble on this round, and it hasn't paid off. Although, surprisingly, they do a little more damage to Jame, trying to get aggro with the SMG. Either way, the important thing is the bomb has already gone down, so the USPs will just have to try and see if they can find some long-range kills. And you can already see James, through the smoke, is going to pop up with 2 kills. Farming up a little bit of extra cash for the end of the half. So round 14, and again, Pride's buy is somewhat limited. Their weaponry is all fine, however, their utility is what is not. Only a few smokes and flashes to play with. And you can see because of that, Luz is going to get aggressive early into the round. Looks as though he's had second thoughts, but Buster, a manic spray down, but he comes out on top. And that completely exposes Demasic also wins another fight. And Pride just fall apart on the A-hold. That was just really awkward timing for Luz there. It seemed like he wasn't sure whether he wanted to go for that aggressive peek or not, and now Demasic is just making all the difference. As if it wasn't bad enough already, he comes in with a 3k. And AVANGAR, again, just keeping up their form. Heading into this matchup, I pointed out they're already 4 for 1 in their group, currently first place. And they're looking to make sure they finish within that top 2, because if you finish in the top 2 of the group, you get straight through to the round of 12. You get to miss one of the rounds of the playoffs. And AVANGAR look like they are on track to do that. So into round 15, unfortunately for Pride, again, their money is just not there. And that means that Quickert can be confident in taking that opening engagement. AVANGAR are a little spread out across the map. This is a risk that I'm not necessarily a massive fan of. For example, if Demasic lost that fight, that would have been an AK recovered. However, instead, he is the one to win out. And now you can see Pride, thinking it's A, have gone for a heavy rotation. And that is going to put a lot of pressure on Luz if he were to be pushed. But it looks like Demasic, again, is just having such an incredible game. 27 kills, and we're not even at the half yet. Luz gets 1 frag, however, that is all he will find. And it's, I mean, that's just an insane stat line. Has to be said. Even if some of them were against pistols, you've got to give props to Demasic. He has been having a superb game. And he'll be looking to keep that up into this second half, because if AVANGAR win this pistol, this may be all but over. So here it is, the critical pistol round for Pride. If they lose this, their chances at this map are pretty much done. AVANGAR have stacked towards A. Quickert doing damage as he gets the second kill. Tom finds one in reply, so it's back to a 3-on-3, but the rotation is here. The cavalry have arrived, and AVANGAR may be able to shut this one down. It's James who comes through. The Russian player gets 2 kills, but he needs the third. And James, with pinpoint precision, closes the pistol for AVANGAR and effectively ruins Pride's chances of coming back into this map. That was such a sick final shot. You gotta give him props. We've mainly been talking about Demasic for AVANGAR, but James showing there are other players on the team too. And Pride now are in desperate times. They've gone for the force buy, as you would expect. However, it's not looking too great for them, to say the least. Buster, with one of those M4s, is going to get the opening headshot of the round. the meantime, the rest of Pride are looking to overwhelm A, but Buster towards mid. Oh, spots the man on the edge of the smoke. The push will come in, and a couple of kills will come through. However, Reitz is the sole survivor for Pride. And unless he can win a 1-on-3 with just a CZ and no control of the bomb, this round looks done. Indeed, it is. Demasic continuing to pad those stats up to 29 frags. He's looking good to get to the 30 bomb. It looks like it's going to happen. Again, I will say, I think Pride were fairly unfortunate in that early on, I mean, they went down to a 6-1 deficit, and they looked like they were really relying on those AWPs to make the difference. So they kind of had to save quite often, and that really ended up costing them. Oh, Buster with the nade is going to get the opening kill. Luz sidelines Jane, and that's a gun that may be recoverable, especially with a fair few nades left for Pride. If they put the smoke out, they could get that gun. Having said that, they've just decided to reposition out towards B apartments. So it's going to be up to Crizzen to hold this off, and he's already doing the damage. A couple of low health players. As they push towards him, though, Crizzen is not connecting. He's just going to give up the sight, but not before he lands a quick headshot on towards Exus. And you can already see the players falling one by one. All things considered, Pride played that round pretty decently. They managed to get onto the B site. However, AVANGAR were quite quick on the rotation. And I think that was Crizzen doing a pretty good job at just slowing them down, giving his teammates the information. And then with the superior weaponry, they were able to win those final fights. Well, here we go. Pretty much last chance saloon for Pride. They've got the full rifles at the cost of effectively no utility to speak of. I mean, Manice has one smoke. That's going to have to be a very good smoke, and it's already been dropped. Manice going down first, and Demasic waits patiently to get the first kill on the A-hold. Jane comes in. It's just kills across the map. And to be honest, it's just been a bloodbath throughout this game. Crizzen claiming the final kill of the round. And we head into what might just be the final round of this map. 15-4 in favor of AVANGAR. And Demasic does indeed get up to his 30 frag score. I mean, I keep pointing it out, but it's just so impressive. I feel like there's no reason not to. He's having an incredible game. And generally, he's not even considered the best player on AVANGAR. It's generally Buster who stands out for the team. Jane with the AWP has also got some praise. So the fact that AVANGAR have this much depth of talent is just such a positive sign for them. And there goes Demasic, again finding a 3K. Tom is going to have to save the day, and he might just do so. 2 quick kills with the Galil, and Demasic is only on 4 HP. Having said that, Demasic still has an AK in his hands, and 1 bullet into the face of Tom is all he would need. I believe Demasic would have also just spotted the bomb towards mid. Yes, he has. And that means that Tom has to make the proactive play here to recover that bomb, or just play for the kill. You can see the mind games coming into effect. Demasic is still just focused on mid. That might be the right read, but Tom spots him out. He has the nade. That would be the end of it. Here it is. It's a touchdown, and Tom will keep Pride in with some sort of chance. It's a very slim chance of the comeback. However, they're staying alive. And that's all you can ask. To be fair, Tom has been the best performer on Pride as well. He's had at least a... I mean, to be honest, he's had quite a good game, considering Pride are losing so poorly. I think fairly often it has been him that's been doing a lot of the damage. Heading into round 21, quick trades out towards mid, and Tom is just going to push the smoke. That is a ballsy call from Tom, but he had the information that there was a player AWPing stairs, so he realized it would be worth the risk. And Tom is going to keep on going. A second headshot from him as he steps up for the team. And it's now up to Krizen to see if he can pull it back and win it for AVANGAR, and he might just do so. He's already got the first kill, and he has a rough idea that Reitz is on site. Oh my god, Reitz has blinded himself, and that allows Krizen to come through and secure the map for AVANGAR. It's a 1v2 to close out the map, and it's the Kazakh lineup to keep their wins going. 5 wins, 1 loss in this group now. And make sure to come back for the second game. Heading over into Group B, we've got Ecstatus up against Wendigo, and that could decide a lot in that group. So come back in about an hour's time. You'll be able to spot that out, and make sure to watch for it, because it's going to be a great game. We'll be right back after the break.